So today we will discuss about the human excretory system. Now, what are the structures associated with human excretory system? Obviously, a pair of kidney, a pair of ureter, one urinary bladder, and urethra. So these are the parts which are there in the human excretory system. Now, first of all, the pair of kidney. Now we know that there are two bean-shaped kidney, and these two bean-shaped kidney, they are present on the posterior wall of the abdomen. Clear? They are present on the posterior wall of the abdomen, one on each side of the vertebral column. Now, if we go on for the exact location, we will see it is at the level of 12th thoracic vertebra to the extent from 12th thoracic vertebra to 3rd lumbar vertebra. Now, right kidney is slightly lower than the left, probably due to the presence of liver, clear, which occupies a larger space. And they are bean shaped, each kidney, their approximate volume is 11 centimeter into 6 centimeter into 3 centimeter, and they are embedded in heavy adipose tissue or mass of fat. Now, if we go on for the structure of each kidney, we will find that the it is covered by a covering called peritoneal covering, and this peritoneal covering is present is only in the ventral side, not in the dorsal side. So human kidney is called retroperitoneal. It is present, this covering is present only in the ventral side. And now towards the center of the inner concave surface of the kidney, there is a notch called hilum. Clear? The blood vessels and the lymph vessels, nerves, uterus enter and leave the kidney through this hilum. And a tongue of fibrous connective tissue is covered this kidney and is called renal capsule. A very tongue of tough fibrous connective tissue, a very tough fibrous connective tissue covered this kidney, and it is called renal capsule. Now, if we go on for the parts of the kidney, we will find there are two parts in the kidney. This is the renal cortex and renal medulla. Clear? The two parts are the renal cortex and the renal medulla. So this is the renal cortex, which contains the glomerulus. You can see here the glomerulus as well as the renal tubules. Clear? DCT, PCT, and this is the renal medulla, which contains the Henle's loop. So renal medulla contains the Henle's loop, whereas the renal cortex contains the glomerulus, uh, then DCT, distal convoluted, proximal convoluted tubule, distal convoluted tubule, but Henle's loop is present in the renal medulla. There are certain conical processes, clear? There are certain conical processes that are moving from the renal medulla to the pelvis. This is the renal medulla, and this is moving from renal medulla to pelvis. These are called renal pyramids. The broad base of each pyramid, this broad base of each pyramid face the cortical area, and their conical ends are the renal papilla, which are directed towards the center of the kidney. And all the pyramids project into the pelvis, which leads to the, so all pyramids, you can see, they are project towards the pelvis. So all pyramids project towards the pelvis. And the columns of Bartini, which the cortex which extend in between the medullary pyramids. So the columns of Bartini are the region from the cortex which extends from in the between the medullary pyramids as the renal columns. These are called columns of Bartini. So these are the columns of Bartini, which are the columns extending from cortex to the between the renal pyramids. And the renal pelvis is also called renal sinus. Clear, renal pelvis is also called renal sinus, which forms a large funnel shaped structure. You can see easily here a funnel shaped structure has been formed. Clear. So this is the mouth of the broad mouth of the funnel, and this is the lower conical portion. So this large funnel shaped structure is the renal pelvis. The edge of the pelvis contains a cup like extension. This edge of the pelvis contains a cup like extension which forms the major calyces and then finally the minor calyces. So you can see here these are the major calyx, and these are finally dividing into smaller ones. These are the minor calyx. So these are the minor calyx and this is the major calyx. Clear? So they divide into major and minor calyxes. Each minor calyx receives the collecting ducts. You can see here this is the minor calyx and these are the collecting ducts. So each minor calyx receives the collecting ducts. You can see this is the minor calyx and this is receiving the collecting ducts. Clear? And they join to form the duct of Bellini. And they join to form the duct of Bellini. And from the major calyces, the urine drains up from these major. So from collecting duct to minor calyx to major calyx, and from these major calyces, the urine drains into the pelvis out into the ureter. So from here are the glomerulus, then the Henle's loop, there are the DCT, PCT, DCT, and then the collecting ducts. So these collecting ducts drains in the minor calyx. This minor calyx opens in the major calyx and major calyx to renal pelvis, and then finally it is moving to ureter. And this region is called the hilum. Clear? It is the concave median margin of the kidney. This concave median margin of the kidney, there is an opening, longitudinal opening called hilum, through which the renal artery, renal nerves, clear, they enter, and the renal vein, the ureter leaves the kidney. This is called hilum. Now next is the ureter. So this region is called hilum, where from the nerves and arteries enters and veins and this ureter lives. Clear? This is ureter. This is about 35 to 40 centimeter in long. So this is the ureter coming out of kidney, which is about these ureters are 35 to 40 centimeter long, and they consisting of the transitional epithelium and open in the urinary bladder. Clear? And the urinary bladder, it is a pear shaped structure. You can see here this is a pear shaped structure which has thick muscular wall and the transitional epithelium which allows it to expand. Clear? It can expand accordingly, and the urinary bladder can hold about 0.5 to 1 liter of urine, which leads to urethra, and this leads to finally it leads to urethra, the and which opens in the urinary aperture in the females and urinogenital aperture in the males. And earlier what we have learned, this is that was the gross structure of the kidney, but if we go on for the microscopic structure of the kidney, we'll find it is made up of millions of tubules, fine tubules called nephron. Clear? These are called units of kidney, and they so microscopic structure contains millions of nephrons. Clear? In the kidney we will find, and along with the nephron there are collecting tubules also, and along with this nephron and collecting tubules, so this is the nephron, and along with the nephron there are collecting tubules also, and along with this, so this nephron along with this collecting tubule, this is called uriniferous tubule. So this is the unit of kidney, this is the functional unit of kidney, nephron. So millions of nephron makes up a kidney.